Canales de Telehit, y bueno, nos encontramos a justo minutos antes de que empiece el concierto que los Deftones van a estar ofreciendo aquí en el Distrito Federal. Estamos muy contentos y obviamente tenemos la oportunidad de platicar con ellos. First of all, thank you very much for attending this interview. The first question, why did you decide to make Saturday Night Race the name of the album?
When did we decide, or why did we decide?
Why?
I don't know. It's just an idea. I think it was something that kind of really had to do with nothing. But I came up with the name before we'd written any of the music for it. So it was kind of like just an idea to go in with something, a phrase. You know, I mean, I think we did it once with White Pony, but we named the record before we wrote anything. I don't know. It seemed like a kind of neat way to do things.
Cool. And what could be the biggest difference between the making this album in compared with the making of Minerva?
We spent more time on this one. That's really the main big difference, and not even really that much more time. I mean, most of the time was waiting for Chino to get done with Team Sleep, but other than that, I mean, we probably only worked on the record maybe a year and a half. You know, it just took a long time, all the way through the whole entire process. But
different producer too.
Yeah. How was the experience to working with that producer?
It was cool. It was definitely different and out of our comfort zone. I think we used to working with Terry on the last few records.
But that doesn't change anything, though. I mean, really, at the end of the day, we're in there and we're working on the songs. I mean, no matter what anyone's outside opinions or ideas are, it just comes through us. We filter it and we decide what we're going to do anyway. I mean, it's been like that since the start.
And now you took like 4 years in Minerva and then with this album. Why and when did you decide, okay, let's go to do another album?
We decided pretty much after when we got home from touring from the self-titled album. We came home and we pretty much started, not soon after that. Me and Abe started set up our equipment inside our practice place, and we started, making ideas, and some of the initial ideas, like Combat and
Hole in
the Earth. Yeah, I mean, we started coming with some ideas then. So that was like, pretty much close to
Now, in I don't know, since 5 years ago, the sound of rock in general has changed a lot. I mean, when during the time of Adrenaline, so White Pony, the sound of the rock was really different than what is right now the rock. How hard was to adapt, or did you really try to adapt, or not
at all. I think we just grow as musicians ourselves. You know what I mean? From when we first started till now. But no, we don't adapt to any kind of scene. We do exactly what we feel like doing. What kind of music that comes out of us is what you hear.
And I think that it's a really important to be honest about what you do and be totally comfortable with the music, and I think that all of your fans here in Mexico can feel it with this album. What do you think that right now there is a lot of people yelling Deftones, just waiting for hear your new album?
Let's say their voices, they still have a couple hours to wait, so it's beautiful, man. We've been here a couple times before and always had amazing times, and it's gonna be a good night. Followed by another good night tomorrow.
Cool. And talking about the first single, Hole in the Earth, what is the most important thing that you want to express with that song?
Well, musically, I wanted to do something that was kind of more kind of up-tempo, I think. The song itself starts off just driving right away, and it seems like a lot of our singles in the past have been a lot more half-tempo or more slower songs, and kind of like the fact that it was something a little bit more up-tempo musically. Lyrically, as a whole other story, I kind of don't feel like talking about it.
Cool. And now you have the new single called Main, and that you have a collaboration with Serge Tarkan from System of a Down. How was the connect between Deftones and Serge?
We're just friends, and that collaboration was really on Chino. Really, I mean, I wasn't there for any of it. I didn't know until it was all. I didn't even know about it until after it was already done.
And I think that when you see it done, you say, "Whoa, it's a great song."
It sounds great. No, I really like it, and I mean, I really like every song on this record. I think it's a solid record all the way through. That's just one of the great songs on it.
Okay, now, during that time that you were not doing music for Deftones, you were with other side projects like Team Sleep, like
Kosh, like Sol Invicto, like Fallacy, that is called that you have difference. What is the future for that project?
For Team Sleep, I'm gonna do another record when they already started making music for it, and when I get some more time, I'm gonna work on it and put another record.
Cool. And what about the other ones?
The Sol Invicto I'll be working on in March when I get to England. That's where the half the group is at, and we'll be doing some stuff there. Kush, whenever we got time. I mean, all of us, we're all got our own projects we're working on and own things that's happening. It's taking up all our spare time.
But I guess that is really important to have that time to experiment with different sounds, isn't it?
I just do gay porn on the side.
Okay, that's great. And tell us a little bit about. I know that after this you're gonna be traveling like crazy all around the world. It's a great experience to have the opportunity to know different countries, right?
Yeah, of course. It's really good. I mean, this is usually, we don't have a ton, yeah, it's a privilege for us.
Yeah.
And, in the past, I never had really, I didn't take enough time to realize and respect, that where I was at and what I was doing. And this time, hopefully, I'm going to spend a lot more time going on my skateboard and cruising around the cities and checking shit out.
Well, it's great that you still skateboarding. Is that right? That at the really beginning of the idea of making the band, it started because somebody hit Stephen, and then with that money you can buy better instruments.
No, that's not.
It's not saying on the internet that.
Yeah, it's been a story I've been trying to correct for almost over a decade. I did get hit by a car. I did get a settlement. I did buy a bunch of gear, but by the time we started as a band, I had none of it. I was borrowing equipment so we could play.
Okay, so that's just an access.
Yeah, no, everyone when we started as a band, Deftones, I mean, she had his own equipment, Abe had his own gear, I was borrowing equipment. I had a guitar, that was all I had, and a pedal board that was good for nothing.
Now, there is a song that it really caught my attention because of the name is, let me read it because it's hard, UUDDRRLAB, so it start, that it's, when I used to play this game called Contra, if you did that, you have 30 more lives or something like that. So you make it like to make that clear that you remember when you're playing that.
Yeah. I mean, this song is an instrumental song, and I just thought it was a neat title. I mean, something that I always